Hey, what's going on? It's Jeff Newport, Strong First Master Kettlebell Instructor here, back in our fourth video in this series. In the previous three videos, we covered setup, positioning, and in the last video, we covered the clean. Today, we're going to cover the snatch and how to protect your elbow and your bicep. Your elbow. This is your elbow, and this is your bicep in the snatch. If you recall in the clean video, and if you haven't seen it, go back and check the blog. It should be on there. We talked about keeping the upper arm and the elbow tucked to the side and keeping the kettlebell close to your body on the back, both the backswing and the clean proper. We're going to do the same thing with the snatch. Now, there are many different ways to learn the snatch, many different ways to teach the snatch. Two ways that come to mind in particular are teaching the snatch off the swing and teaching the snatch with a high pull inserted between the swing and the overhead position. Both of those work great, but like everything, there is no one particular way to teach the snatch, and not everybody's going to get the same cues. For example, in 2009, I was training my wife for her RKC, and she was getting frustrated because the cueing for the swing snatch and the high pull snatch wasn't working for her. And so what I showed her was what I'm going to show you now, which is about keeping that elbow tucked to the side, both on the way up and on the way down. And in the typical husband-wife relationship, her response was, well, why didn't you tell me that in the first place? So I hope this works as well for you as it did for her and has worked for some of my other clients, okay? So here's the deal. This technique, we can call it the elephant's trunk technique. You know, an elephant's got a trunk and it swings it up in the air, right? And the elephant's trunk always seems to bend in the middle, right? And so that's what we're going to do with this snatch. We've got our backswing, we got our hike pass, and we're going to keep the elbow close to the body, tight to the body, and we're going to let the bell travel upwards. All right, we're going to release the elbow and push the bell overhead and fix it into the lockout position overhead. Very simple. All right. On the way down, this may be challenging for some people. We're going to initiate or lead with the elbow. So I'm going to pull the elbow down with my intent getting it close to the body as possible. All right, like that. And then get that elbow in and let the kettlebell come down and drive back into the hike pass position underneath the legs. Okay, so snap, up over the head, pull the kettlebell down, get it close to the body. Notice how I'm not folding yet. The kettlebell, I'm just directing the kettlebell with my arm, keeping the arm tight to the body and letting it come in, and then I get out of the way at the last minute and set up my hike pass, and then again, same thing. Boom, pull it down. All right, just like that. You got it? If any piece of this will give you a hard time, it's going to be the concept of leading with the elbow. A lot of times what happens is people, and again, this is perfectly acceptable if it's working for you. A lot of times people will flick the hand first, and again, this is fine, but what happens is at the top they'll flick the hand, and then the arm will follow the hand. And now I've got this long lever arm, okay? And a lot of times people will start bending, anticipating too early, getting out of the way of the kettlebell, and right here we've got a snap right there on the bicep and on the elbow joint, and also a snap on the low back because the kettlebell is pulling me this way, and now my low back has to work extra hard to fight that quick impulse of gravity pulling on the kettlebell. And that's a good way to hurt your low back, by the way. So you can you can do double damage there, low back and elbow. All right. The other thing that this technique will do for you is it will give you a faster, more explosive snatch, which means more power output, right? And you can do more work and get more reps in. I borrowed this idea or the concept from my days in Olympic weightlifting. You'll notice, and I'll demonstrate here in a moment, that the kettlebell will stay really close to my body. In Olympic lifting, we want the bar really close to the body too, so it becomes a vertical trajectory as opposed to a horizontal trajectory like with the swing. Okay, so again, this should produce a faster, more explosive snatch. So enough talk, let's get some action. okay? The only other thing you might have to worry about is there's a little shimmy and a little wiggle as you pull the elbow down and the kettlebell jumps from the middle of your hand across your calluses. All you need to do is loosen your grip a little bit and you'll be fine. Don't relax your grip because you'll drop the kettlebell. All right? Hopefully you got to see that path. Much faster, much easier, and that's the way I like to do my snatches. And that makes the 24 feel incredibly light. All right? I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And if you haven't seen the other videos in the series, go back and check the blog. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at support@kettlebellsecrets.com, and I'll do the best I can to get back to you in about 48 hours. All right? Thanks so much for watching. I will see you soon.